Do you think a car battery should be replaced every 3 years? You are completely wrong. This is a misconception that costs British motorists dearly. Today, I'm going to reveal 15 unknown techniques that can triple your battery's lifespan. My colleague mechanic James has been using these methods for 10 years and has never had a battery failure. When he explained his method to me, I was stunned by the simplicity of his tricks. The number one technique I will reveal at the end can prevent you from getting stranded on the motorway in -15 degrees. Tip number 2 concerns an error you probably make every day when turning off your engine. Stay tuned until the end, because I will reveal the fatal mistake that 90% of drivers make with every start. Some of these tricks can extend your battery life up to 4 times longer than normal. Tip number 15. Carefully monitor the warning signs of weakness. Your vehicle is constantly talking to you, but few motorists know how to decipher its alarm messages. A start that takes a second longer than usual is never insignificant. Headlights that are slightly less bright at idle indicate a battery struggling to supply the necessary energy. A dashboard that flickers briefly during starting signals insufficient electrical voltage. These symptoms generally appear when the battery is operating at 70% of its maximum capacity. Ignoring these signals is like neglecting persistent pain, naively hoping it will disappear on its own. Most drivers wait until their battery is completely dead to react. This passive approach costs hundreds of pounds in towing and emergency replacement. The immediate solution is to take a journey of at least 40 minutes on the motorway. This technique allows the charging system to completely regenerate the battery and partially reverse plate sulfation. If problems persist after this complete charge, immediately check the condition of the terminals and connections. In 80% of cases, the problem comes from a poor connection and not the battery itself. Many people change their battery when a simple terminal cleaning would have sufficed. Tip number 14, perfectly master the terminal cleaning technique. That whitish and greenish powder that accumulates on the terminals is absolutely not harmless. It is lead sulfate, a real poison for your automotive electrical system. This corrosion acts exactly like a plug in a pipe, drastically reducing the passage of electrical current. When terminals are dirty with this substance, the battery must work 3 times harder for the same performance. The result is premature wear and totally unexpected breakdowns at the worst moment. This corrosion forms naturally from the evaporation of acidic gases that escape from the battery. Air humidity combines with these vapors to create this destructive crust. The older your vehicle gets, the more this phenomenon accelerates exponentially. Prepare a mixture with 3 tablespoons of sodium bicarbonate in a large glass of warm water. Bicarbonate perfectly neutralizes the sulfate acidity and dissolves the most stubborn deposits. Imperatively disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive to avoid any dangerous short circuit. This disconnection sequence is crucial for your safety and that of the onboard electronics. Use a rigid metal brush to vigorously scrub this mixture on the corroded connections. The spectacular effervescence that occurs instantly dissolves all accumulated corrosive deposits. This chemical reaction completely neutralizes acidity and restores electrical conductivity. Rinse abundantly with clear cold water and dry perfectly with a clean cloth before reconnecting. Reconnect in strict reverse order. First the positive terminal, then the negative to avoid sparks. This monthly operation can take your battery's longevity to 8 years instead of 4 standard years. Your battery will immediately regain all its original power and reliability. Tip number 13. Regularly control the tightening tension of metallic terminals. Connections that seem perfectly solid may actually be seriously defective. A gap of just 1 millimeter is enough to dramatically disturb optimal electrical circulation. This invisible situation forces the battery to permanently compensate for intermittent contact losses. Each starting attempt with poorly tightened terminals unnecessarily overloads the entire electrical system. Engine vibrations and thermal expansions progressively loosen these vital connections. This slow degradation goes completely unnoticed until the day of definitive failure. Equip yourself with a 10mm spanner and methodically check the fixing of both main terminals. Connections must absolutely not move by a millimeter under firm manual pressure. Tighten firmly but without excess to avoid damaging the delicate terminal threads. Excessive tightening can crack the terminal and create a permanent weak point. This bi-monthly check effectively preserves your battery for many years without problem. Numerous mechanics have found that 50% of battery problems come from defective connections. Tip number 12, durably protect your terminals with specialized technical grease. Dielectric grease represents a remarkable innovation for optimal protection of automotive batteries. This revolutionary product creates a perfectly sealed barrier between terminal metal and corrosive ambient air. It totally prevents the formation of this destructive corrosion that constantly parasites electrical connections. This invisible protection acts as a permanent shield against humidity and acid vapors. Contrary to preconceived ideas, this grease does not disturb electrical conductivity. Its special formulation allows current to pass perfectly while blocking corrosion. Apply a uniform thin layer on perfectly clean and completely dry terminals. Use a fine brush or cotton swab for precise and economical application. This invisible protection can extend your battery life several additional years. A 40-gram tube costs less than £15 and easily treats 10 different batteries. Some experienced mechanics have observed protected batteries that still work perfectly after 10 years of use. This professional technique unfortunately remains unknown to the general automotive public. However, it represents one of the best investments for your vehicle's longevity. If these professional tips are already helping you concretely, do not hesitate to immediately subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. This greatly encourages me to continue sharing these professional technical tricks with all automotive enthusiasts. Your subscriptions and engagement really give strength and credibility to this specialized channel. The more of us there are, the more I can offer you exclusive content and advanced techniques. Tip number 11. Meticulously check the complete state of the electrical charging system. The alternator literally constitutes the beating heart of your automotive vehicle's electrical system. Without its optimal functioning, your battery would behave exactly like a mobile phone without an efficient charger. This masterpiece generates all the electricity necessary for vehicle operation and battery recharging. Locate this characteristic pulley that constantly and rapidly rotates when the engine is running normally. The alternator belt must imperatively present tension comparable to that of a perfectly tuned guitar string. A belt that is too loose slips on the pulleys and does not efficiently transmit rotation. Perform the manual pressure test at the exact center of the belt with your extended index finger. A sag greater than 1 centimeter immediately reveals completely defective adjustment. Also, very carefully inspect the entire belt surface to detect suspicious cracks or fraying. These wear signs announce imminent rupture that will leave you without electrical assistance. An alternator that does not function at its full nominal capacity constantly forces the battery to compensate. This abnormal situation very considerably reduces your battery's predictable lifespan. Listen carefully to all suspicious noises at startup. A sharp whistle often signals an emerging problem. A new replacement belt costs approximately £25 versus £150 minimum for a battery. Some drivers neglect this preventive maintenance and pay the high price with repeated breakdowns. Tip number 10. Systematically use a multimeter to precisely diagnose the charge state. This professional measuring instrument definitively separates true connoisseurs from occasional amateurs in mechanics. A battery in perfect operating condition must rigorously display between 12.4 and 12.6 volts with engine completely stopped. This measurement must be taken after at least 2 hours of stopping to obtain a stabilized value. A measurement below 12 volts formally indicates a battery in advanced distress requiring intervention. With the engine running at idle, voltage must imperatively rise between 13.5 and 14.5 volts. These values correspond to normal alternator operation actively recharging the battery. If these optimal values are not reached, the problem systematically comes from the alternator and not the battery. Numerous motorists uselessly replace their battery when the alternator is the real culprit. This diagnostic error costs hundreds of pounds and does not solve the underlying problem. A basic but reliable multimeter costs less than £15 and can save you costly diagnostic errors. This minimal investment pays for itself from the first use by avoiding misdiagnosis. Professionals use this tool daily to avoid replacement errors. Tip number 9. Absolutely avoid starts with all electrical accessories turned on simultaneously. Starting your vehicle with air conditioning, car radio and lighting system activated dramatically overloads the entire electrical system. This critical situation exactly equals asking a marathon runner to run while carrying a refrigerator on their back. The electric starter imperatively needs all available energy to efficiently launch the thermal engine. Electrical accessories enter into direct and unfair competition with this vital starting process. The alternator must then immediately function at maximum capacity without any progressive regime rise phase. This extreme constraint generates premature and abnormal wear of all sensitive electrical components. The initial consumption peak can reach 80 amperes for several critical seconds. This excessive demand far exceeds the nominal capacities of most standard batteries. Systematically adopt this starting routine, rigorously turn off all equipment before turning the key. After complete engine stabilization at idle, progressively and individually turn on your preferred accessories. This simple but effective method considerably preserves your battery and extends your alternator's life. Automotive manufacturers officially recommend this procedure in their user manuals. Tip number 8. Imperatively monitor hidden parasitic electrical consumptions of your vehicle. Your modern vehicle hides real energy vampires that insidiously drain the battery permanently. These phantom consumptions treacherously persist even when the vehicle is completely stopped and locked. Modern onboard electronics maintain numerous systems in constant standby. Carefully disconnect the negative terminal and insert a precise ammeter between the cable and metal terminal. A measured consumption above 50 milliamperes immediately reveals a serious electrical problem. This limit value corresponds to normal consumption of basic systems like the digital clock. The most usual culprits are defective alarm systems and poorly designed or faulty car radios. Some car radios continue partially functioning even after ignition is turned off. Also, meticulously verify that interior lighting turns off completely with all doors closed and locked. A defective dome light can completely empty your battery in just 48 hours. A mobile phone charger forgotten in the cigarette lighter can also drain your battery in just a few days. This quarterly preventive check effectively prevents 30% of unexplained battery failures. A multimeter with ammeter function costs less than £20 and precisely diagnoses these hidden problems. Tip number 7. Imperatively maintain your battery perfectly fixed in its dedicated metal support. A poorly secured battery constantly and dangerously vibrates during all your daily travels. These repeated vibrations progressively and irreparably damage fragile internal plates and accelerate destructive sulfation. Each pothole encountered and each curve negotiated abnormally stress the battery's delicate internal structure. Lead plates crack microscopically under the effect of these repeated mechanical stresses. This invisible degradation inexorably reduces storage capacity and overall lifespan. Mobile battery can also cause particularly dangerous short circuits for the entire vehicle. Metal terminals risk accidentally touching chassis metal elements and creating sparks. These sparks can ignite hydrogen vapors that naturally escape from the battery. Meticulously check monthly that the fixing bracket firmly and solidly maintains the battery. No lateral movement should be perceptible during firm and sustained manual pressure. This elementary but crucial precaution can easily double your battery's predictable longevity. Mechanics regularly observe prematurely worn batteries due to neglected fixings. Tip number 6. Regularly control the electrolyte level of traditional maintenance batteries. These small screwed caps on your battery's top are absolutely not simple decorative elements. They allow direct access to 6 internal compartments containing vital electrolyte for operation. This acidic liquid naturally and progressively evaporates under the constant effect of engine heat. This evaporation considerably accelerates during summer periods and during long motorway journeys. When electrolyte level dangerously drops, lead plates become directly exposed to open air. This prolonged exposure causes irreversible sulfation that definitively and rapidly destroys the battery. Exposed plates quickly oxidize and lose their capacity to store electrical energy. Delicately and cautiously unscrew all caps and carefully observe the level in each individual compartment. The optimal level must entirely cover plates with 1 centimeter of supplementary liquid. Complete exclusively with pure distilled water until reaching the manufacturer's recommended level. Domestic tap water contains dissolved minerals that irreparably contaminate electrolyte and degrade performance. This quarterly preventive check can remarkably take lifespan from 2 to 7 years of use. Imperatively wear gloves and protective glasses because electrolyte is corrosive to skin. Tip number 5. Regularly start your vehicle even if you do not use it frequently. A vehicle immobilized for more than 1 complete week automatically enters electrical degradation mode. Even completely stopped, the battery continuously feeds the digital clock, alarm system, and various electronic systems. This equipment maintains constant consumption that slowly but surely exhausts your battery. Modern standby consumption can reach 40 milliamperes on recent equipped vehicles. A weekly start absolutely does not suffice if it only lasts a few minutes. The engine must imperatively run at least 20 consecutive minutes to really and effectively recharge. This minimum duration allows the alternator to integrally compensate all electrical losses from the elapsed week. For prolonged stops exceeding 1 month, systematically disconnect the battery or use an intelligent automatic charger. This precaution avoids deep discharge that irreversibly damages internal plate structure. Modern lithium batteries better support deep discharges than old lead technologies. Nevertheless, no technology indefinitely resists repeated complete discharge cycles. Tip number 4, intelligently invest in an automatic charger for long periods of inactivity. These revolutionary technological devices automatically and precisely maintain your battery's optimal charge. They intelligently detect battery-specific needs and automatically adjust their operation accordingly. These intelligent systems avoid destructive overcharges while maintaining perfect charge level. A professional quality charger reasonably costs between £40 and £60 depending on functionalities. This preventive investment systematically avoids costly annual replacement of neglected or deteriorated batteries. Recent models integrate advanced electronic protections against overcharge and accidental short circuits. Some models even propose diagnostic functions that analyze your battery's health state. Connect it directly to main terminals before leaving for extended holidays or professional travel. This technological solution guarantees immediate and reliable starting on your return, even after several weeks. Modern intelligent chargers consume very little electricity and can remain permanently connected. This technology represents the future of preventive automotive maintenance for all vehicles. Tip number 3. Systematically and preventively replace your battery after 5 complete years of intensive use. This preventive recommendation may seem premature in certain motorists' eyes, but it avoids untimely breakdowns. After 5 years of service, energy storage capacity inexorably and irreversibly decreases. An aged battery may perfectly seem to function normally in favorable and normal climatic conditions, but it will probably abandon you during difficult starting in rigorous winter cold weather. The voltage difference between a new battery and an aged battery is only 0.4 of a volt. This weak technical variation nevertheless amply suffices to provoke unpredictable and frustrating failures. Internal plates progressively wear and lose their capacity to retain electrical charges. Natural sulfation accumulates over years and reduces electrode active surface. Consider this preventive replacement as an intelligent investment in your daily peace of mind. A battery breakdown often costs more than a programmed replacement with towing expenses. Professionals universally recommend this preventive approach to avoid inconveniences. Tip number 2. Imperatively avoid prolonged use of energy-consuming accessories with engine completely stopped. Each onboard electrical equipment consumes a precise and measurable quantity of stored electrical energy. Air conditioning can easily absorb up to 20 amperes per hour of continuous operation. Front and rear main lighting consumes approximately 12 supplementary amperes according to technology used. A powerful audio system easily adds 8 significant amperes to this already important consumption. A standard automotive battery of 60 ampere hours then completely exhausts in less than 2 hours of use. This deep and brutal discharge irreparably damages internal chemical structure of plates. Each deep discharge cycle systematically removes several precious months of useful life from your battery. Manufacturers design batteries for partial discharge cycles, not for complete emptying, strictly reserve intensive accessory use to moments when engine is running and recharging. This simple rule effectively preserves your investment and avoids predictable breakdowns. Educate all users of your vehicle about this fundamental preservation rule. Tip number 1, systematically let the engine cool before definitive stop after intensive journey. This unknown professional trick can easily double your automotive battery's predictable longevity. After a long motorway journey or particularly difficult traffic conditions, the engine compartment accumulates enormous heat. An immediate and brutal stop dangerously concentrates this elevated temperature around your sensitive battery. For each 8 degrees Celsius increase, battery lifespan mathematically decreases by half. This thermal degradation is completely irreversible and progressively accumulates throughout uses. Heat accelerates internal chemical reactions and causes excessive electrolyte evaporation. High temperatures also favor internal grid corrosion and plate sulfation. Let the engine run 2 to 3 supplementary minutes at idle before definitive stop. This cooling period allows the fan to effectively cool the entire engine compartment. You can also slightly open the bonnet a few minutes after stopping to rapidly evacuate residual heat. This simple but remarkably effective habit considerably preserves your battery and electronic components. Extreme temperatures represent the first enemy of all modern automotive electronic components. There you have it. You now know the 15 professional secrets to considerably maximize your automotive battery's lifespan. If these professional technical tips have been really useful to you, absolutely think about immediately subscribing to this channel and activating notifications. Your active support and commitment really encourage me to continue sharing these exclusive technical tricks with the entire British automotive community. Next week, I will precisely reveal how to effectively diagnose alternator problems before they definitively destroy your battery. Tell me in comments which of these 15 professional tips surprised you most and will change your maintenance habits.